What's going on, guys? So this is Josh here from Sugarland, Texas. Today I'm going to take you all through an install that I did. I installed an aftermarket stereo, as well as I did a rear view camera, installed navigation. I'm about to install an amp and subwoofer underneath the back seat, so I'm going to be taking you all through all that so you can see how it goes. As always, with any do-it-yourself modifications for your vehicle, you should always remove the negative terminal from the battery before you start working on, so you don't damage any electrical components, which I already did. So for this install, you're going to need a socket set, a small millimeter socket set, as well as a Torx screwdrivers and a Phillips screwdriver to take apart the dash. Let me show you how to do that. Alright guys, so here we are looking at the dash area. As you can tell, I already have my head unit installed. This is only because I installed it, and then I got to thinking, you know what, I couldn't find very much information when I was installing it, so I wanted to help you guys out and kind of make one out for y'all. Okay, so anyways, the first thing you need to do is remove all the rubber components, along with all your shit that's in the way. Let's see, I always like to put mine all in here. Alright, a little bit of trash. Alright, you get this out of the way. My knife, I'm probably going to be using that one, so I'll leave that up there. Okay, so step one, oh, we got one more up here. There we go. As you can tell, you know, there's a rubber piece out here. There's, you know, a whole tray in here. Here's another piece right here. There's two cup holders right in here. And just about everything reveals the screw you need to take out. Okay, so the next step is you need to take your Torx screwdriver, and I want to say it's this one. Yeah, all right, so it's a Torx T20. Yeah, T20 to take out the very first screw, which is right in the center console. Right, just like that. And I like to have one of these metal magnetic trays because it's just perfect for stuff like this. Okay. Next thing is you need to take your socket set. Honestly, you don't even remember what socket this is. I want to say it's a 7mm, but don't quote me on that. Take out these two screws. Put that up on my magnetic tray. Alrighty. Next one you need is your Phillips screwdriver, and you've got a Phillips screw right in here. You just undo real quick. Okay. You know what, while we're here, before we take out this first part, we might as well prep this first part. You gotta use the same T20 screwdriver to take out two of the screws right in the top. There you go, right here. There you go, alright. Put those on our tray over here. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is take off the, I don't know what you call it, the handle, I guess, for the shifter knob, if you have this. Okay, so I know that this is the model that has the, you know, the whole console right in the center. I know that there are a lot of models that have a bench seat, you know, but this is the one specifically for the one with the console in the middle. To do this, the small silver bottom piece right in there, you've got to twist and pull down right just like that, and it'll come loose like that, and then this lifts just straight up, and that comes off just like that. Okay, store that for later. The next step is you've got to lift up this whole bottom piece, start kind of wiggling it, snaps in place. But be careful when you do this, because there's going to be wires connected down here that you need to get rid of, or you need to let loose. And you're already going to notice that mine's already a lot modified. So the modifications that I've done is there's a light in here that lights up these I guess the symbols, and so I went ahead and put an LED in there and extended the wire. And so that's why you see this here. This wire over here is actually for my my backup camera and my head unit. I have it to where because this goes into my cigarette lighter, and so whenever my car is on is when this receives power. So I made it to where, I'll tell you in a minute. You know, when I install it, I'll get to it. Okay, so you can just literally just set that off to the side just like that. It's kind of in the way, but it's whatever. Okay, the next thing you got to do is take your knife or something flat, right behind this panel is one last screw holding it all together. See, if you pry it off, put the knife up. Okay, so this is still a Torx T20 screwdriver. Screw in there. Just like so. Alright. There we go. Put my screwdriver up there. And this works the same as the bottom piece, and just like almost every other piece in this truck, after you get the screws out of it, it's got those little snap clips. You got to start pulling at different angles until it starts to come out. Like that. See? Half of it's already out. And pull the other half. Okay, now this part, there's a lot of wires plugged into the back of this. Alright, so you've got to come in here and you've literally got to find the latch and undo each and every single of these wires. Alright, so all these wires you gotta do. And they all have little safety clips, so you gotta make sure to squeeze the thing that's holding them in. And once they're all out, I'm gonna do it. Come on, okay. This will remove, and what you're seeing right here, this blue, red, green, and black wire is something that I've added in. It's not going to be on a stock Ram 1500. I'll show you in a second exactly what it is that I put in. Let me take off this clip. Alright, so there was already a pre-existing hole down here. There's actually a pre-existing hole down here, and all I did was run red, green, blue LED into here, so that way it would light up my ashtray. And I just ran it out into a connector right here, soldered it all up, and that's why you see these coming in here. Your vehicle's not going to have that. All right, put that in the back seat. Alrighty, now you're going to have all these wires. These are factory wires right here that all plugs into that all wiring harnesses. Next thing we're going to do is take out my stereo. Yours is going to look a little bit different. Actually, a lot different than what I'm doing right here. Yours is going to have 4 screws in each corner. One here, one here, one here, and one here. Mine, I only put 2 on it because I was actually waiting. Let me tell you the story real quick. So when I received this from my birthday, I had bought, you know, a wiring harness, all kinds of stuff to do this install specifically. And actually, you know, things were coming in at different times, and there's actually a Dremel tool that I had bought for this install that I was going to actually need to install this unit. And I had bought it. It was shipped, and it shipped on a Sunday, and it said that it was left outside the office. And I checked and called the neighboring offices, and no one could find it. You know, so I think that someone ended up stealing it.